everyone, and welcome to this stream.
Great step up.
I came prepared, guys. I know what
This
I'm doing.
stream,
So this stream
which has a name,
on
and I'm going to tell you what it is. You won't believe what kind of stream it is. When I tell you, it's going to be awesome.
You won't believe that this is a stream that you're watching with your very eyes when
You
we
won't
started.
believe.
It's history.
Oh, wait, clickbait
History
now.
in the making.
Yeah.
We are such
always
professionals,
been
everybody.
You won't believe
totally
what
are.
happens
So good at
when we
this.
go live.
You won't believe what
Culture.
happens when you watch us. You will literally... I was gonna say shit your pants, and then I realized that's not a pleasing thing for people to do. You won't shit your pants.
Hey,
I
don't
lied.
kink shame our audience.
That's true, guys. Anyone...
Everyone shit themselves right now. Just do it.
Hey, come on.
We support it.
I
Try
want-
it once. You never know. Maybe you'll like it.
Try anything once, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
kink shaming, I'm kink asking why. Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Abby and I'm a professional dungeon master.
Yes,
Today
you
I am
are.
repping the Swift Sunrise as your game master for Ink. This is our third session. If you've missed the other two, they are/will be. Or I think they
Episode
will
1
be,
is coming
pods.
out tomorrow at 10 a.m.
There we go.
Mhm.
Because Jack is a legend. Speaking of Jack, this is his Twitch channel. He's a legend. He does other stuff. Check him out. Before we proceed, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge country. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. I would also like to pay my respects to elders past and present. We are also sponsored by the lovely folks at Reckless Creatures. If you head to www.recklesscreatures.com and use the code YONDER, YONDER, you can get 15% off your order for some amazing heavy metal t-shirts, which are very cool. Heavy metal TTRPG t-shirts, I should say.
Mhm.
So, as I said just before, we are going to be playing a small TTRPG called Ink by Snowbright Studios. They're a very cool studio. Check them out. And these are my lovely players. So we'll go around and introduce ourselves, starting with Piggles. Piggles, could you introduce yourself and just a little bit about your character, please?
Crap, had to really quickly unmute myself because I was like, let's me spread the
keyboard.
news that we are streaming all across the various Discord channels I'm in. Hi everyone, I'm Piggles. I'm playing a ghost, just like everybody else here. A weird guy with a gigantic mustache and a very big musketeer style hat, as we established last time. And I believe we said the mustache is real hair, which apparently is quite valuable in
We did.
our ghosty afterlife, which was very, very strange. But yes, I'm very, very, very happy with my hat. Sorry, I got very distracted then. What else did I have to say about myself, Abby, or was that it?
That was basically it. Do you have anything to like plug or who you are?
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
How
yes.
dare you get off track after Abby's stellar introduction?
How dare you?
How dare you?
I switch streams?
You
I was
ruined it.
trying to promote
The shame
this.
of it all.
We're not a bunch.
We were doing so well. Yep.
We absolutely are. We are professionals, like I said earlier. I am also in another stream which should hopefully be starting back up again soon due to various like people's health stuff and work things in life. Call of Cthulhu. So we should be doing that again this Thursday. Hopefully, and then it'll all go downhill in October in PAX when we all vanish again.
As it does, yeah, of course.
It's fine. I've got some fun stuff coming up. I should actually be starting a Fallout stream really soon, so I'll probably have more news about that maybe next week or the week after. And there'll be something coming out later this year, which I'll talk about a little bit later, which at a later date, which Sam is also in. Which is very exciting. But yeah, that's me for now. You can find me here. You can find me in various places on the internet at the moment. It's getting busier. Anyway, someone else now. Bye.
What a legend! Cam,
That's a lot
go
to fun.
next.
I
That's a
do
lot
want
of
to
fun.
do
Piggles is
Piggles
cool,
a
guys.
slight solid. Twitch.tv/the_lawright, I believe, is the actual URL.
That
For
is
said
the
Cthulhu
exact
stream.
one.
Because
I am
I don't
about
think
to
you
go.
actually mentioned where they can
No,
go.
I didn't actually.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for catching
I
that,
didn't
Jack.
That's
even
alright.
know that. That's crazy. Thank you.
Come
Yeah.
check out my stuff. I forget to put little gimmick in.
Little
Just search it up
scavenger
enough
hunt.
on the internet, you'll find it. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
just look
right.
up
It's all
Cthulhu
good.
stream, you'll find it. right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there aren't many of those. That's
Come
fine.
find me on Instagram. You'll find it eventually.
That's true.
Yeah. Incredible. Cam, could you please go next? Introduce yourself and also who your character is.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, whatever time zone you're in. I'm Cam. I'm playing Camille, the started off very skittish and now is starting to feel a bit more confident in herself, Camille. Especially now with Xeon, like really getting her back and everything. As everyone knows, as I say every stream, I'm Jack's golden retriever. He turns around and goes, "Hey Cam, I'm doing a thing. You in?" I go, "Of course I am." So literally, you'll only ever see this face on Jack Square Peg streams, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, is
Don't
that a
commit to
promise?
that. That might not
Don't
be
do
true.
that.
But I mean,
Cam's never allowed to do his
I'm a
own thing
one-man
ever.
person.
he's a loyalist to anyone. Just like, hey, Cam, want to play something fun somewhere else? It's just as good. No.
No. Only if Jack is
Is it on
there
your
in
channel, Jack?
some-
No, sorry, busy. Washing my head.
Oh, bless. What a good lady.
And after putting
Oh,
that
Cam.
link to that charity thing too, that's just rude. No, I'm joking.
Can be
He's actually
adjacent
not
to me.
allowed to. By
He
contract.
can join the game.
By
I'll
contract.
let him
In
know what game I'm in.
perpetuity.
It's like, is Jack going to
I
be
am
in
Jack's
there?
golden retriever and no one else
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, okay.
I
I
think
don't-
we're also going to need that.
I
on
don't
a
necessarily
t-shirt
endorse
too.
this. I just want to be clear. People can do
Hey,
Jack's
things.
actually holding Cam hostage right now. I think
I-
Cam's actually in danger.
There is
Yeah.
a padlock.
There's a reason
There's
that
lots of Jacks
pictures
in
are
the
so
world.
zoomed in. You can't see my hands.
Yeah.
It's just like full gun to the head.
That's not what I was picturing, Cam. I was picturing more like you are the Muppet and Jack is manipulating you.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
That's dark. I
Man.
like that. Can anyone do fan
I
art of
mean,
that? I think that's really funny.
I'm not sure you
I-
want fan art of the way that I was thinking about it, Abby.
Maybe not.
The
Can anyone
human
do
centipede Muppets.
SFW
I-
fan art of that, please? Incredible. Cam, do you have anything you want to plug?
Nah, because I got
Apart from
nothing
me
interesting going
plugging
on.
you.
Well,
in
that's
Pickle's mind.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that was upsetting. Next, we have the aforementioned Jack.
Hello.
Who are you and who is your character?
I'm pegging Cam right now. No.
Hello,
That's
I'm
why.
Cam.
That's why I have this
you
name.
are.
Hello,
This
everybody.
stream's going really well, I want to say.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Yeah.
just it's like the introduction equivalent of a fish on the boat. Just let it die.
I don't know what
but
happened.
but honestly, I think it's probably my fault. Mostly my fault. Anyway, hello.
No.
I'm Jack. This is my stream. You can find me on all the social media garbage at Jack Squarepeg, one way or another. If you're an Adelaide person or you're going to AvCon, it has just been announced that I'm going to be playing some D&D, which is weird enough in and of itself. It's because it's for friends and stuff. And it's gonna be Marvel inspired, and I'm gonna be playing Rocket Raccoon at AvCon, which is gonna be really fun.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, people were like, yeah, that tracks. I said I was playing Rocket
Yeah,
Raccoon.
I'm not gonna lie. I had that
Rocket.
moment too at work when I saw it. I was like, yeah.
I volunteered it. He's my favorite character in the Marvel canon.
Have you
so.
decided the voice that you're going to do, and why is it your creepy uncle voice?
Obviously. I'll do a cameo just for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the record, just so everyone knows, in case you've never seen me say this before, I love
Yeah.
Jack's creepy uncle voice. It's like my favorite thing.
I don't remember what it sounds like anymore. I'll be honest. The
You
VOD's
will
out there
come up
somewhere.
with it. You've done it so many times.
Anyway,
You got it
that's
in
me.
our
I do
streams,
that.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure.
I'm playing Michael, who has a companion named George, and that's all. He wears leather jackets, hiking boots, and seems to remember a lot about this place for someone who has never been here before. Or has he? Ooh.
Was that the creepy uncle voice?
No, that was just creepy Jack.
That was just creepy Jack. Jack, what else do you have to plug? This is a trick question. There is one right answer.
I feel like being deliberately obfuscating just for fun. No, hi, I'm a professional dungeon master at dungeonmasterondemand.com.au. you can check us out at dungeonmasteronDemand.com.au. How exciting.
Yes, you can. Guys, how cool. Thank you, Jack. What a legend. Sam, who are you and who are you playing? Who is you playing?
Who am I? Okay, the $1,000,000 question. Hi everyone, my name is Sam. I am relatively new to the TTRPG online space, but so happy to be here. Big fan of Ink and really enjoying playing with everyone on these Tuesday nights. I am playing Jenny and her shadow side Baxter, a lovely little bunny companion friend. Jenny is a very well-intentioned but very perennially stressed out millennial who died doing what she loved. But yeah, happy to be here. Not much to plug. You can check me out if you're ever up at 5 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. I am part of a really big cast at D8 Dungeons Emberlight Saga. Having an amazing time over there and telling a very interesting story. But other than that, you might see me around every once in a while. Thanks.
Are you telling us that you've been up since before 5 in the morning today?
Not this time. No. Not this month. I'm not doing it this month.
I was gonna say, you
Okay.
freaking tank.
I was going to say, like, I
Jesus.
saw that last week. You
Insane.
weren't there.
My God.
Okay. I'm not out on the road right now.
I was
I'm back in the
complimenting her,
building.
but Piggles thinks you're a
No.
liar. Disgust.
No.
No, Pickles is annoyed that I didn't
The
see
duality
her
of
in
man.
there. To be fair, there were like 2 people missing on
Right.
the stream that I jumped in on.
I-
But I would also put a plug in for that because Emberlight is really cool.
Yeah.
Emberlight
What a
is amazing, and like, you know, Declan has done an incredible job building a really beautiful and immersive world, and I
Nice.
love my character on it because she's a very cool cleric that is very much wanting to understand what has happened with the gods. So it's a very cool part of the world to unpack. But yeah, we do we do like smaller campaigns within the larger campaign, so I'm not there at 5 a.m. every single week. Thank goodness.
That's so fair. I was like, for our audience, she has not told us this before, so we all got really stressed because we go until like 10:30 or later.
Uh-huh.
So if she was up from 5 to like 11 o'clock, that would be.
Call time is
Insane.
4:30, so yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
we're all good this
impressive.
month.
Yep. Nice. What a legend. All right. Thank you, Sam. So, as I said before, we are streaming Ink today. This is our 3rd session. As we said before, if you have missed any of the previous ones, feel free to stick around, but some of it may not make sense. The first VOD will be up tomorrow, and the VOD of the 2nd episode will be up at some point after that. Without any further ado, unless anyone else has any more questions, we shall continue on to our game. So, last session we met a new character right at the start of the session. After a brief interaction, and I will say a fairly hostile one, between Piggle's character and the rest of the group, Bobby and Percy are Piggle's spirit and shadow, respectively. Between the rest of the group, having ducked into a fabric store and then been basically kicked out of said fabric store because the owner realized that you were potentially going to start a fight, Bobby has joined the rest of the group with Percy. Afterwards, you're headed to the Cold Press, which is an open, common, relaxed space, a coffee shop, owned by a ghost, Ryu. A tired-looking, kind of dispassionate ghost with these big square glasses, who has distillery equipment spread all across his shop, all across the walls, distilling the ink that comes from the inky black sea into drinkable and very delicious beverages, including the famed spirit coffee. After relaxing here for a little while, you notice that Mary, one of the NPCs that you had met and that Camille had really quite latched onto, left for a little while, just saying, I'll be back in a moment, I just have a couple of things to do. Camille, you really didn't feel comfortable with this, and you decided to tail her secretly, just trying to find out if she was alright, trying to protect her. Upon tailing her, you realized that she had gone back to what you ascertained was basically a shelter of hers, where she looks after several other children, spirits, and shadows that live on this key. She had gone back there probably to check how they were doing, but found that they were being attacked by some rogue shadows, some famished shadows. Immediately joining in the fight, you realized that, Camille, you realized that Mary was incredibly unhappy with you for having come here and helped her, but also kind of interfered in her business.
Yeah, she
And
is.
you, indeed, and you started fighting the shadows. As well, Mike, you heard this combat a little while later, and decided to join with your spirit, George. You finish off the fight, but not before one child got injured and another one essentially got killed. You learned that that child or that spirit will not be permanently dead. Everyone comes back, but she will be gone weeks, months, who knows, and you're not sure of the memory quality and the content either of a returned spirit. Mary seemed very upset by this, and she had a taciturn talk with you about why you're helping her in general, why you came here, what business do you have essentially with her. She seemed mollified at the end of it, simply because you helped her, and she has to recognize that. Without her, or without you being there rather, she probably would have lost that fight. It was already quite close. So, going back to the cold press, she looked after the rest of her little found family, having been given free drinks by Ryu. And that is essentially what happened last session, except for Jenny. You were hired basically at the cold press to work there for a little bit in return for some free drinks. You worked there for, I want to say, 15 minutes, and then took an elongated break in which you just kind of watched Ryu do his work and realized that this was a very different beverage making style than Phantom Phyllis, who you had talked to earlier on the first key. Ryu's is very methodical, very precise, and it has a very specific quality of beverage to it that you weren't able to emulate fully, but you were given some guidance and you were told just to slow down, to take a break, to pace. Otherwise, the quality of the beverage simply will not be as good. At the end of the session, Bobby, you interacted with Mary, the child NPC, having realized that she was quite upset by something that she hasn't actually told you yet, but you went up to her and offered her your mustache temporarily, just for tonight. You made this incredibly clear, but she has taken your mustache off of your face and is now kind of playing.
Borrowed.
Borrowed.
Sure,
We'll see
she
how that
did.
goes. She's going to run. She's going to escape.
Don't jinx me. I
The
need
di-
my
look,
mustache
I don't do
back.
anything. The dice rolls. They do what they do. No. And yeah, you gave her the mustache for the night. And she is now playing essentially puppets with the younger children, the younger spirits who are there. Indeed. Am I missing anything from that recap?
Thank you.
I think so.
That was pretty good.
Just to check. Yep, awesome. All right. So, you are all in the cold press. You've all rested. As you may remember from last time, sleep is a little bit difficult. You can sleep, you don't need to, and when you do, it tends to come with some pretty bad dreams. None of you have attempted this yet, and you see that two denizens of this cafe in general have tried to sleep in the hammocks that are hanging from the ceiling of the cold press. They don't look like they've slept a wink, even though they have. They look quite distressed. The rest of you, there were books, there were some like small kind of music instruments and little music boxes and things like that that you could entertain. Essentially, just small tasks to do for the rest of the night while you rested, even though you do not have to sleep. So, it is now the next morning, in quotation marks. There is no morning in ink, it is simply grey all the time. But you did get tired, and now you are less tired. Mary is still there, her group of children are still there. The participants of the cafe have come and gone. There are now new ones. It just kind of filters in and out throughout the night, and Ryu serves them all methodically and precisely. What would all of you like to do?
I would like to go over to Mary and sort of just clear the air. Otherwise, she's pissed.
You see, she's just kind of waking up. She wasn't asleep. She was just kind of like almost spacing out. You see, she's in amongst the children. You can see like a small, much smaller, younger kid, just lying his head on her lap. And you can see she's not moving so as to not disturb him, but she's looking up at you. Yes.
I want to apologize for potentially getting involved in something that you didn't want anyone else to see.
Thank you. I wanted to say sorry as well. I know that you were just trying to help, and you did help, and I'm sorry for getting so mad at you. I really didn't want you to get hurt, and other people did, and that's okay. Like, they'll be back, but you didn't have to do that, and I would feel terrible if you had gotten hurt trying to help me.
I know I didn't have to, but I wanted to. Your story really touched me, so I just wanted to make sure that you're going to be okay.
You know, and she kind of looks away from you. She doesn't seem to be able to look you in the eyes as she said this. She says, there hasn't been a time in my life and or life in ink, in my actual life or my life in ink, where someone has been able to risk themselves to help me. And I don't think I like the feeling, but I wouldn't have been able to have or experience that without you doing that. As she says this, you kind of feel this warmth seep up into your chest. It's the first really warm thing that you felt since you drank your first elixir. It feels like when you've drunk a hot drink. It's the first thing that you've drunk in the morning, and you can feel the warmth spread from your esophagus, your throat, down into your stomach, and you feel it kind of pool there. It doesn't feel heavy, it feels light, and it feels calming, and it feels like returning home at the end of a long day. And you close your eyes, and it's not a vision, it's not a hallucination, it almost feels like a memory, but it's of something that never happened. You see, you're walking through a forest. It's the forest that your mother lives in. And you're walking down that path, and you begin immediately where you left off in life. You walk down the path, and you get to your mother's cottage. You find you have some semblance of control over this, almost like lucid dreaming. Things are warped and odd, but you know this place. You're very, very familiar with this place, and you're standing right in front of your mother's door. What would you like to do?
Knock on the door.
Absolutely. You knock on the door, 3 knocks like you always do, and she opens it almost immediately, and her face beams to see you. She's been expecting you. She says, "Oh, please come in, come in. I've already made you tea," and she's already made the tea that you drink every single time you go over there. Camille, this is the place that you feel most at home, and this is the thing that you regret most leaving upon your death. You go inside, you sit down. Is there anything that you'd like to say to your mother?
holding back tears, Camille will look at her mother and go, "I see you're looking well. Nice to see you eating properly.
Of
Sorry,
course.
I haven't been around. Work has been hectic, but I'm here now."
You're always a busy one, Camille. And look, you get that from your father, and I have always said he needs to be less busy, and I've always said you should take a break sometime. Really, come stay with me. Just for a little bit, or go on a holiday. I don't really mind. I mean, I'd love to see you. And she kind of just chatters on, and you're listening to what she's saying, but it's just in the background. She's essentially talking about how much she loves you. And you aren't listening to the content, you're just listening to the feeling of what she's saying. That feeling of warmth envelops you. You can feel yourself being pulled from this memory. Not fully pulled away, but just slowly, almost like a tug to your heart. You know that you don't have much time left here. You have probably one or two things that you could say, if you would like.
I look at my mum and I go, "You know what? I think you're right." And I take her hands and I go, "How about we go on a holiday together?" I can't
You can
remember
see
the
her
last
eyes
time we've done
brighten.
that.
You
Where
see
would
her
you like
eyes
to go?
brighten. She says, "Oh," and she like clasps your hands with her. She says, "I think that would be lovely. I would really love to do that. Where would we like to go? Oh," and you can feel yourself as she's thinking. You almost feel a pang of annoyance at her. She's taking so long to decide, as you can feel yourself being pulled further and further back. You see, she
I
says,
just turn around and go, "How about we go visit Rome? You've always wanted to go there."
you can see she gives this massive grin. She says, "You always did remember exactly what I like." And as she says this, and she has this big smile, you can see that tears are filling her eyes as she gets to spend this time with her daughter that she really hasn't gotten to spend since you were a child. You can see that as you fully get pulled away, your body stays there, and this is, as you know, it is just an experience that you have. Your mother will never have this experience with you. But as you move away, you see this kind of from a third person perspective. And you realize that even though you didn't get to have this experience with your mother, even though this is inherently a sad moment for you, a feeling of closure washes over you. And you realize that this has completed your burden. The connection that you have with Mary, the almost not parental figure that you have in her life, but a guardian, someone who will keep her safe to potentially the detriment of themselves. This is important to you, and it's important to her, and you see in your mother's eyes the strength that she had to keep you healthy and safe as she was struggling, as she was, you know, going through financial issues. You remember that there potentially wasn't a lot of food at the table when you were younger all the time. And you can see that all that struggle be washed down by this overwhelming sense of love. And you feel that kind of, that sense move into you. And you know that you could be this for Mary, or at least that you have been, and that she has this experience for you. You open your eyes and you're sitting back on the floor of the cold press. Mary's just kind of looking at you a bit inquisitively. You alright?
Tears going down the side of my eyes, head's just looking up in to the ceiling, and I just very quietly say to myself, "I love you, Mum." And then I stand up and give Mary a great big hug, and I go, "If you ever need anything, any help, I'm here. You don't have to fight this alone."
She just kind of like the kid on her on her lap is a little bit pushed off to the side, and he kind of like wakes
Yeah,
up and
fuck that. Fuck
opens his
that
eyes
kid.
a little
No,
bit.
this is our moment now. Fuck that
This is
kid.
your moment. You reach in for this massive bear hug, and she hugs you back, and you realize that this is the first proper hug that probably she has had ever. Um, but it's the one that really connects you, and it's the one that will continue to connect you and her. Whatever you do next, whatever you continue to do, whatever she continues to do, she won't forget this, and neither will you. Camille, your burden is completed. If you wanted to, you could walk to the beacon right now, move through it, and head on to the afterlife. Well done.
No, I could, but no, I'm gonna stay with my comrades.
Absolutely.
They helped me do my one. I'm gonna help them do theirs.
Absolutely.
I ain't leaving on yet. That's selfish.
100%. And if you know anything, it's that parental figures sometimes can be absolutely selfish, but you don't want to be those type of people.
Hell
You
no.
yourself cannot be. The rest of you kind of stir, and maybe you were reading a book, maybe you were just daydreaming, maybe you were nodding off. You just kind of look around. You notice that Camille and Mary are in this massive bear hug, and you think they've probably had a conversation. Those of you who weren't there, so Bobby and Jenny. I was going to say Mike. I was like, no. Bobby and Jenny, you aren't exactly sure what happened in that interaction between Camille, Mary, and Mike. You're sure that whatever happened, the kids are not very well, not very stable, and that Mary came in looking very, very upset. You can ascertain probably what happened, or at least close to what happened, but you are able to do essentially whatever you'd like in this moment.
Bobby wants their mustache back.
You can see that it has. So Mary was not wearing the mustache through that entire conversation, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Not in my head canon. My head canon the whole time.
Your head canon the entire time, and look, that's what it can be. No, it has transferred to when she was playing Puppet Show last night. It has transferred to one of those younger children, and you see they probably took it off Mary. And they're just like lying down. You can see that because they're very young spirits, they may not have as much control over whether they sleep or not. But this also seems to mean that their bad dreams are a little bit more abstract, and they may just wake up feeling unsettled, or they don't remember them to the point that they can just sleep, maybe not have a great sleep, but then just wake up the next morning. So one of the kids is curled up on the floor. You can see someone's like put a blanket over him, and he's just got this massive mustache.
Hell yeah. Yes, exactly that big hair. That is exactly how big
incredible.
it is. So Bobby's just gonna come over and like they're just gonna just sort of like give them a real gentle shake and be like, okay, it's time to get up. I'm just gonna grab my mustache back off you, and they'll try and pull it away and be like, yeah, it's time to wake up now. Come on, it's all good.
You like have taken their mustache off their face by this point.
And put it back
they're
on.
just like, you can see they just kind of sit up, and they're still wiping the bleariness away from their eyes, and they just look around. They probably haven't even like clocked that you were actually talking to them yet, but the mustache is back in your possession.
I feel like myself again.
And you feel slightly more yourself. You felt a little naked last night without it.
Yeah. So, like, I guess we should get going.
Going where?
I mean, I thought you guys.
Oh no.
Yeah, where?
Oh, sick. Guys, where we headed?
Where are we going? Field.
We just took off and
They're having spotty internet. We'll probably have to move on for now.
Jenny, you were talking to Bobby. What would you have been doing throughout the night?
I think it would have been one of two things. I think Jenny's pretty interested in this whole dream situation and probably either would have tried to sleep just to know what it's like.
Yeah.
Um, but if she really couldn't because of coffee or something else, she probably would the next morning get really interested in the two people that look like they didn't get a lot of sleep.
Mm.
And yeah, just want to kind of find a way to strike up a very casual chat about
Yeah,
dreams.
absolutely. Yeah. As you know from what you had mentioned last time, you were like, oh, does anyone sleep? And the entire tavern just went silent. Or not the entire tavern, but the people who could hear you definitely had a pointed stare.
Yeah, that didn't go too
You
well.
would,
Yeah.
you would know that there are no casual conversations about dreams, but if there is anyone nice enough to just talk to you about their experience, you also could definitely have slept last night. The coffee has the effect of caffeine without having the sleep deprivation of also caffeine.
Mm.
So you definitely could have slept. Would you like to have slept?
Yeah, I think maybe given the fact that no one's really probably just gonna come out with what it's like, yeah, she'd get pretty interested in just trying.
Lovely. Could you please roll me 2d6? This will be essentially for a luck check of how much you can remember of this dream. So just 2d6 and add them together.
Uh-huh. Um, that's great. I do have to
Grab your
interrupt my
dice.
stream.
All good, all good. While that is happening, Mike, what would you have been doing during the rest period?
Not a whole lot, I don't think. I think he would probably actually try to sleep and find that he cannot. And I suppose this is worth kind of like checking in with Abby to like making sure that you were on the same page about that. But I think it makes sense given what we know.
It does. Yeah.
And but yeah, I think that would frustrate him. I think, to be honest, what I wouldn't be surprised about is if there's like someone who needs some work done. He hasn't had a chance to actually like try any of these coffees yet. So I think he will like try and earn enough to either get one or get the coin to get one in the future.
100%. Yeah.
And I have mechanical questions if and when I get it. But yeah, I think that's probably what he'd be doing. So I don't think he'd be in the room. Maybe he's working in the other room, like pumping coffee. Maybe he's sweeping chromatic leaves in the background. I don't know.
Yeah. You would have been given one of two options if you were asking Ryu. You would have been able to help make the coffee, or the beverages, or you would have been asked to clean the cups. This is kind of because everyone has a different mug, a personalized kind of beverage holder. These need to be cleaned fairly regularly. So which one of those would you have decided to do?
Cleaning makes sense, and I'm just going to look at George and go, mate, you know what steel wool is?
Just kind of like shakes his head, absolutely not.
Well, take one for the team, and I'm going to start scrubbing with his spines.
You can feel an immediate, and it's interesting because while it's able to feel what you can feel, you can kind of feel what it can feel. And it feels very annoyed that you've just picked it up and started using it as a dishcloth. But it's your shadow. It can't, like, it can get hurt, but not in this sense. So it's just kind of like, George almost starts to enjoy it after a little bit of point, because while you're not cleaning it with, like, there's no water down here, there is kind of it's almost another type of distilled ink that is warm and used for washing. So it's kind of enjoying the warmth of this, and it's just kind of like, you're moving it around, it doesn't have to do anything, so it's just kind of like bathing in the warmth a little bit.
Yeah, if he's truly uncomfortable with it, I'll just be like, all right, fine, you do what you want to do, I'll do the work for both of us, shall I? and I'll grab another rag, and if he wants, yeah, don't worry about it. You just stab me like 1,200 times, and I'll just start like rubbing with a normal rag, and he can pitch in if he wants. Freeloading bastard.
Incredible. As you are cleaning either with George or with this rag,
It's up to him.
you earn enough. I mean, he would probably, after he got over the initial shock of, like, you've picked me up and turned me upside down and started using me to wash dishes. After he had gotten over that initial shock, he would probably be fine with you using him for this, especially because he likes the warm ink.
Sure. All right.
Lovely.
So I'm cashing in
after a
immediately,
little while,
or
you definitely can. This is kind of, it's almost store credit because you've done it at the cold press. You can use it only at the cold press. It won't be useful anywhere else. So
I'm happy to get
you
it.
can either get,
If I can carry it with me. Yeah.
Well, you can either get, Ryu's going to offer you one of two things. He offers you either a trinket, so a payment that someone else has made that you can use elsewhere. It won't be a coin. They're probably worth too much, but just something that he has gotten, as most people pay in trinkets. Or you can get an elixir here. Which one would you like to get?
Are the elixirs typically all the same? If so, what have they been? Because I don't remember.
So we have, actually, can everyone, so Pickles isn't here right now, but can Sam and Cam, could you read out the elixirs that you have?
Video's not.
Oh, legend. Pickles.
Yeah.
Can you
Hi.
also read out the elixir that you have? They're in Discord. I just haven't written them down in my actual notes. So if you have them in your notes, guys, let me know.
I do. I have, just in case my internet decides to hate me again, I've got one large mug of coffee of greater fire. So all attacks cause burn, and then I've got 2 afterwards. So I assume that's 2 points of burning.
Correct. Yeah, two burn markers. Yeah. Yep, so that's one of them. Sam, which elixirs do you have, if any?
I have an elixir of elemental power, which I'm just going to have a quick look to see what the elixir...
While we're waiting, is it random, or can I choose?
Yeah, so it's randomized. You roll 1d6 for the type of elixir that it is, and then there are like subtypes. So, for instance, the fire one that Piggle's got, there are different types of fire elixirs. Different places specialize in different elixirs, but the ones that you've been to so far seem to be pretty general.
All right.
I'm so sorry, Abby. I can't see what the power was on elemental.
That's all good. I will try and find it. While Jack, is that enough information for you to choose?
Yeah, I'll hold on to the trinket for now. I'll get something later.
Beautiful. No problem. So you grab a trinket. You see that there is a little cork, just a little like kind of wine cork. With it. Actually, no, it would be like a champagne stopper because it's got the wire on top of it. And the metal cap. This seems to be something that's not worth like a huge amount, but is still quite useful. So you get the cork for that. Beautiful. Okay. Now, Piggles, you were discussing with Jenny where you would like to go next.
Oh, I also got a 7 on my luck.
Oh, incredible. Yes. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yes, 7 on luck. So, this dream is kind of a little bit of a blur. You remember something about the wedding that you were planning, and it starts off almost as a good dream. You're on the boat and you're kind of getting everything prepared. It's good in that you're incredibly stressed and nervous. But this is kind of
I think you mean competent and self-assured.
Of course I do.
Yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Stress and nervous isn't in your vocabulary, even though it's extensive. So yeah, you feel competent and assured, and you have butterflies in your stomach that you are desperately trying to get rid of. The next thing, there's kind of a blur of motion and movement, and you're not entirely sure. It could be either this is exactly what happened in the dream, or you don't remember, but you are drowning. You are falling, and you fall into the sea, and you can look around you, you open your eyes, and your eyes sting, and you can't see anything. You're not even sure if you've opened your eyes, but they're definitely stinging, touching some sort of foreign object, and you look around and you realize that you're in ink. You're in the sea of ink. The thing that you've tried so desperately not to be in when you sailed across the raft. You try to swim, but there's no... This is completely opaque. You have no idea which way is up or down. It's almost burning your skin. You wake up and you jolt, and it's not... You almost don't feel real for a second. Then you kind of come to and you're lying in a hammock in the cold press. You're safe, but you don't feel calm.
Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me! Yes. Is it on me? Is it on me?
Bobby, you would probably be the closest.
But
Although all of you can hear
No.
this.
Nothing's on you. Like, I mean, there's
I
something
feel-
like brush them down, but like there's
Can I go and
like
wash my hands and
Yeah, go for it. There's no communal tap, but you can literally just jump behind the bar if you'd like.
yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Out.
Ryu kind of
Out.
gives you an odd look.
Out
Oh, damn spot.
Out down spot. You wash
Can you
your
see
hands
anything?
and
I
are you
don't-
asking Ryu?
Yes.
He just kind of looks around at you and says, "No. Did you touch something?"
No. It's on me. The water.
Hey. Did you have a dream? Try and take a second and list out what it is that you remember.
I was in the water.
In the water, okay.
I remember falling and then
Okay.
splashing. For some reason, I couldn't swim, and
Right.
then the texture changed, and it was like I was being smothered with oil and the
Okay.
black water here, and it was heavy and I couldn't move, and then I was drowning again, and then I was choking, and then I was drowning, and then I'm here.
Okay. So there's no water here. Do you see there's no water here?
No, because I can feel it.
Okay. You
It's
feel
on me.
wet.
It's on me.
You-
I just
It's all right. It's all right. I just want to understand. So you feel wet. You feel dirty.
yeah.
All right.
And it's
Okay.
it's heavy. I feel. How does
Okay.
how does Baxter look?
Baxter looks... It's strange because you've seen a shadow in a sad kind of distress, and they kind of melt to the floor. You saw Mary's last night melt to the floor. Baxter looks almost spiky. He looks like he has his hackles up, which is weird for a bunny. But he also looks like physical kind of texture has been added to him, and it's rigid and spiky and almost like one of those almost like one of those stress balls that has the spikes to it. He just has those little ridges. They're not super noticeable, but you know instinctively that he's feeling your anxiety, he's feeling your panic, and he doesn't really know what to do about it.
Okay. I just get him closer and be like, see, it's all on you too. It's okay. And just try to smooth out the
We don't
spikes.
know what the rules are, right? So, whatever it is that you feel, as far as I'm concerned, there's a reason to feel that way. Problem is, I don't know how we can really get you clean in a place like this.
Yeah, I mean, if only showers were a thing in
Well, that was what I was
Limbo.
going to ask this lovely person looking behind the counter.
Rio.
Anything we can do to clean off?
looking around at you, and he hands you just a small, it's almost like a shot glass of a beverage of some sort. And you take it, and it smells like spirits, like not even a singular spirit, it just smells strong. You gather that this is probably something to bring you back into where you are. You're still
you drink
very
that.
much in
I
that
actually
dream
have an
state.
idea. What's the
Talu.
person's name? Ryu?
Ryu, yep.
Can I borrow some towels, please?
Reaches
And
behind
I'm
the bar,
gonna
use some like towelettes.
I'm gonna take the top of the machine or whatever it is that they use, and I'm going to submerge them in steam.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Yep. They
And
get
after a
quite
minute
warm, like
or
you
three,
have to bring
yeah,
your hands away.
exactly. Yep. And I'm gonna come back and go, hot towels. Right?
That is genius.
I
Oh
am
my
not.
god, thank you. And just I think with the towels, essentially what's going to happen is I think Jenny is very aware that of what she looks like and what she's wearing and how she's presented herself since waking up in limbo, and is starting to be so uncomfortable by how rigidly put together all of this is. And so with the hot towels, she just starts with a towelette on her face, and it kind of, you know, just takes down some of the glam an inch, and starts to kind of then use some of the other towelettes to sort of wipe off different parts of the body and almost like change the shape of her appearance and what she's wearing so that it is actually, yeah, moving away from the gorgeous 6-inch heels and like 2000s corporate wear and bodycon into something a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more, I guess, yeah, comfortable, if we're going to be here for the forever and ever. And suddenly you see this person who kind of was playing up as if they were, you know, 28, 29, kind of almost look like they've radically reduced down in age to something like being a little small, and quite quite normal, casual looking 22-year-old girl. And the kind of innocence of that shift and the humility of just that shift in posturing and appearance and grounding down. She looks smaller and a little bit less anxious, but just little less confident as well.
Mike, you would see this the most clearly as you're right next to Jenny. You would see this change in appearance and realize that this more now comfortably reflects her inner self.
Don't look now, but I think you feel better. You sing better.
Yeah. Probably just needed to leave some of that stuff back in the real world. Maybe. It shouldn't have. It doesn't have to come with me. Maybe that's what the water was doing. I don't know. But it did have to get off me.
It feels off you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little. And she just kind of like is able to sort of do a little bit of a jig, does a couple of cartwheels. Yeah, there's room to move here. It's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Lovely.
Can I ask Ryu? We did you know, the woman where we were when we woke up, she's got a great business model. Not that yours is bad or anything, but like, you know, she really cleans up with the coins now that I think about it. But you know, she told us about something that happens with when like when ink people touch the water here, and I forgot. So what happens?
When the people of ink touch the ink.
Yeah, that does sound.
Oh no, it's an excellent question. People who touch the ink tend to get, not immediately, but tend to get enveloped by it. The creatures of this world, I'm not sure if you've encountered any of them, but the creatures come from the ink and stay in it long enough, and a spirit or a shadow will become a creature of the ink, no more mind than a simple animal of the living world. Some experience physical pain while this happens, a feeling of burning or acid. Some experience nothing but the feeling of drowning. If you fall into the ink, you are unlikely to be able to be saved. Or if you are saved, you will be changed.
Can you fall into the ink in a dream and become ink?
At that, Michael, for whatever reason, just scrapes his chair back and like just kind of quickly makes his way, kind of like scratching very heavily at his neck, and leaves the room.
Wait, what? Shoot, that's something wrong again. But, yeah, if you know.
He looks to Michael and he says,
I've left.
Back to you. Yeah, as in like he looks after
Okay.
you as you've left.
Mhm.
He says, people have reported feelings of drowning, feelings of being one with the ink. The nightmares that happen when you sleep tend to have something to do with the ink as a substance, yes.
So I could have then not died, but taken
In your dream.
if I dreamed of being in ink.
Unlikely. You have to physically touch the ink to be taken by it. However, some ink scholars believe that it is a subconscious fear of every spirit who lives here to be taken by the ink, and therefore everyone who dreams here nightmares of it.
And I turn to Baxter and I ask, is that what you're afraid of?
It kind of wiggles a little bit, as a bunny is wont to do. And you feel, again, not like a word in your head, but a sense of like affirmation of fear and of, you almost get like this watercolor image of the ink and the keys in it, almost like he's seen it from above. You get this sense of the shadows also come from the ink. You know that intrinsically, but they are different. They're creatures that appear only when the spirits appear. And you get the sense that Baxter, if not all shadows, has a great fear of returning to it.
Well, keep me dry. And I would like to see if I could take a spare or even damaged hammock and and I would like to do that, assuming that it's kind of like a small thing, but use my ability to disappear small objects, and take a little damaged hammock and just kind of make a makeshift like little knapsack bag to put Baxter in.
Lovely. Roll me 2d6 for your disappear small objects and add a +2 for your skill in it.
That is an 8.
Lovely, 8 is what you needed. So you disappear small objects. It's just like a little rag in the corner. You assume that it's like, you also see the towels that Mike got are remnants of the hammocks. You assume that Ryu at some point got a massive delivery of hammocks and has just been using them, and when they're damaged they become towels. And you can see that like one is just in the corner, a larger, almost beach-sized towel. You kind of take it, Ryu doesn't notice, no one else does either, and you make it into this little like knapsack thing. Baxter seems incredibly comfortable here. He is so happy in this little knapsack.
Cool. Can I I might see about like if there's any leftover material, making a second one. And yeah, I'll do my best to trail after Michael, if they'll let me catch up.
You wouldn't see any spare material around here that wasn't already part of that, but you would realize that the piece that you have is enough for 2. Like there's too much for you essentially. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I would like 2 knapsacks.
Beautiful. You can absolutely make 2 knapsacks with this piece of cloth.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, I feel like if you took the time to make a knapsack, I don't think he would have stopped walking that entire time, to be honest with you. He's just kind of this bundle of nerves, and I think he'd just be... Now, whether you want to try and find a trail is a different story, but I don't think you could... I'm not sure, but it seems like if you're doing that, then I've probably got a bit of a head start on you.
Fully, that's okay.
Yeah.
I think, considering how well it went last time, that she fumbled her way through a conversation with Michael. I think she just tries to, like, after she's done with her project, just, like, head outside, and if, like, he's not immediately visible anywhere, then we'll return back into the group and, kind of check in.
Beautiful. Mike, as you walk away, kind of scratching your neck and feeling almost itchy all over, it's a really uncomfortable sensation, you feel a stinging in the crook of your right arm.
Yeah.
You just kind of look down, there's nothing there. You look a little bit closer and you can see there's almost like it almost looks like a mole or like a very small spot. Almost like you've like popped a pimple there or something, but there's no like sign of that. It's just a very small, almost like a hole, just in the very crook of your arm.
Okay, all right. Break it down. I don't know. If you can talk, now would be a brilliant fucking time to start. Because I want answers, you understand, you little spiky prick?
Look at George, and you're aware that he can't talk. It's not a thing that the shadows can do. However, as you're looking at George and you say, if you can talk, now would be a fucking great time, you hear a voice from what seems like from George, but it's not the voice that you imagined from him. And in fact, it's a voice that you know. This is Kathleen's voice. And you can hear her just kind of singing under her breath. It's a song that you recognize. It's a song that you sang together every once in a while. It wasn't like your song, it's just a song that she liked that you knew. Just singing it under her breath, and you find some sense of not even comfort from this, it's just familiar, and it's familiar not in a way that the ink is familiar. It's familiar in a way that you feel safe there, you feel at home there. You recognize this not in a dream but in reality. And you feel this from, it feels like it's coming from George's mind to yours.
She always liked the old tunes. Who have? I don't remember anything. Why do I know this place so well? What is going on?
You're kind of just yelling this in the middle of the street. People are looking at you, you don't care.
Oh, blimey! And he will hum the tune under his breath, and he won't know how. And just to kind of find a place without prying eyes, I think he'll probably just find the nearest shop and act like he's paying attention. But is the voice still going?
As you started humming it, and you don't think this is because you started humming it, it just happens to be at the same time. You started humming it and it started kind of disappearing from your mind. And it just kind of leaves you with the thought. It's almost like it's a thought that pops into your mind unintentionally. It's an ironic thought. She could always sing better than you could. And now your voice is left and hers isn't.
Yeah, sorry, just browsing. And I think I'll just have as many moments as he needs before he can get his normal stoic face on, and then traipse back.
100%. And you do, you just kind of have your moments. You can see that everyone gives you a pretty wide berth. No salesperson comes up to you and asks if they can help you with anything. You're just being left alone for now. As this is happening, Bobby, what would you like to have done when you were resting?
Bobby knows better than to sleep. They warned Jenny about it earlier. They watched them fall asleep. They're just... I think they're mostly just going to be practicing with what they sort of worked out a little bit earlier the previous day, and that they could affect different parts of their form. So you can see that they've just been practicing, like seeing if they can make their hand actually look like a hand, maybe with a glove, or can they get that coat, and there's almost like a particular style, sort of leaning into a little bit of that sort of Ren Fair outfit that the hat suggests that they might have. So I wouldn't say they've perfected it, but they're making slow progress towards it.
Lovely. You kind of like you're just fiddling with the things that you can do to change your form. It's not natural to you. You've been here a week, like it's not that long, and you have seen other people, like you've seen Jenny change her form, but this seemed to be more of an emotional reaction than a conscious decision to do so. A question for Piggles about Bobby.
Yes.
Would they be an emotional person? Would they be driven by the emotions that they remember from life, or even the emotions that they have now? Or would they kind of try to leave them by the wayside?
I think they are definitely driven by some of the emotions they left behind. Like, there is something that they're looking for, which is driving them very strongly. Like there is something that they have to do. They haven't finished something. They haven't quite remembered what that is yet, but there is something pushing them behind that. So yeah, I would say yes.
As you're doing this, you kind of, as you change forms, you're almost going from one to another, and they're all kind of amorphous, a little bit globule. They're not full human forms. You get aspects of them that you really like. It's not just that you like them, you feel attached to them. You feel like you had things that you need to do, and these are related to them. They're kind of, they feel so familiar and so like they're on the tip of your tongue almost. You have 3 of these aspects that you can change about yourself. What do you think Bobby would look like after this? They can be small, they can be large.
I think that Bobby now has gloves. And really specifically, they're like sort of leather looking gloves. So nothing terribly modern, but yeah, they have gloves. I think they also are starting to get the outline of a wig underneath their hat. And the last detail, do I want them to have a coat or do I want them to have boots? No, I think ghost, no feet. So they are going to have just a short coat. If they had a hips or butt, which I'm saying that they don't still, because they're not that good at controlling their shape, I would say it would be as short as that. So think very much like the Three Musketeers movie. We're talking that sort of very short. Short style coat. It is just going on. It's on one shoulder. It's off the other. It probably doesn't look as dashing as they want, but that's okay. They've got an awesome mustache still.
Incredible. And as you kind of play around with this a little bit, it's almost like you're looking at yourself in a mirror, almost like changing your avatar in a video game. And you really resonate with these 3 aspects: your leather gloves, your outline of a wig, the short coat. You don't remember why you resonate with them. Those memories they don't even seem like they're close to you. They seem locked, just away from you somewhere. These things remind you of memories that you don't know. And that's comforting, in a way. It annoys you. You still don't have those memories. But you feel emotionally comforted, if not logically. That's why we're going to take a short break, guys. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes.
Easy peasy. Say bye, folks.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Hello everyone, welcome back. We are doing the second half of the Ink campaign. This is the 3rd session of 5 that we will be doing. And again, if you're just joining us, the first one will be on YouTube as a VOD tomorrow, and the second one will be out at another point, and the third one, and 4th and 5th ostensibly will be out at other points in time. But yes, if you're just joining us, we are playing...
Things will be out at some point.
Things, guys, I don't get dates. Jack just sends us videos and says, watch these, and we're like, cool, we will.
Watch these and tell me how amazing I am, Jack.
Truly.
Yeah.
And
Jack.
he is, and we do.
What happened?
We love you, Jack.
As a reminder,
We love
we
you.
are professionals.
What the fuck?
Look, the first half started silly, so I figured the second half should also start silly.
Okay.
Jack, we love
Yeah.
you. You're doing great.
Okay, I'm confused and slightly anxious now. Look, continue.
No, it's okay.
Good.
Jack,
You don't need to do that.
I don't love you, just to keep balance. Like
There you go. Thank
Okay.
you. I don't
That's
know what's
alright,
happening,
that's
but and that's not helpful. But good.
When you
Good.
go back and edit the VOD, you can watch again and see
Yeah.
if you can like find anything out more than you already have
Good.
from being here, ostensibly. Okay, yes, so we are playing Ink. We are going to get straight back into the second half of our 3rd episode. We get all the sillies out now so we can be devastated later, guys. This is how this works. Okay, so all of you have just had your own little moment of, I guess, clarity in a way. Jenny, you woke up from a nightmare where you were drowning in the ink and you tried to get it off you, you tried to kind of scrub it away, you tried to do everything you could. You just couldn't until Mike got you some hot towels from an ingenious collecting the steam off the distiller equipment. And as you kind of wiped yourself down, you realized that you weren't actually in any physical danger. Your form changed a little bit. You're now standing just behind this kind of bar equipment. Ryu is just working as per usual, and you're just standing there. He's letting you stay for as long as you want. Jenny, oh, not Jenny, sorry, you are Jenny, Camille. You are just sitting on the floor next to Mary. She's just chatting with some of the other kids. You haven't really moved since you had this burden taken off your shoulders. You realized that you could probably just leave if you wanted, but you decided to stay and support the people around you who have probably helped you to get to this point. Bobby, similarly, you've had not necessarily a revelation, but you've been experimenting with the fact that you can change your form. This is a new information for you. And you've been just playing around with it like an avatar in a video game until you found a couple of aspects like leather gloves, like an outline of a wig, and like a short coat, short almost waist-length coat, that really make you feel like yourself in a way that you haven't felt in ink before. And perhaps most distressed of all of you, Mike, you are just kind of browsing, except not looking at anything, in a shop that you walked into without thinking about it, as you start having... You don't think they're flashbacks. You don't know what they are. You have no idea the things that are happening in your mind right now. They don't seem familiar to you, but they do. Everything seems familiar to you. And as you started having almost auditory hallucinations of a person that you know, they're on the tip of your tongue, you absolutely do know them and you love them, but you have no idea who you are, or who they are rather. You have just started browsing, basically, to try and get this feeling off you and just to calm yourself down a little bit before you return. So, we will go to the group in the cold press first. What would the three of you like to do? You realize that Mike has left. Jenny, you would have realized this first. You walked away from a conversation you were having. But what would the three of you like to be doing?
What do I see the other two doing?
So, yeah, Jenny will go with you. So, you look over and you can see Camille is sitting on the floor and Bobby is just kind of... Bobby, would you just be, like, next to a hammock?
I think that they're probably nearish the kids because they did wake one up earlier, and I think they've sort of stayed with the group. They like to be around people if they can.
Yeah, beautiful. So, Jenny, you look over and you can see that both Camille and Bobby are quite close to each other. Camille, what were you asking?
As Jenny would like walk in and look around at us, I will look up at Jenny and go, what was up with Michael? He sort of just stormed out of here.
I don't really know. I don't really think I could ever really tell what's going on with him, to be honest. But we were talking with Ryu about a dream that I had, and then he got distracted, I guess, by something, and just kind of brutally walked off somewhere.
Brutally. Sorry, I know I said brooded boobily.
He is quite mysterious and broody, isn't he?
Away.
I mean, it feels like a pretty essential state for him to be in most of the time. But yeah, I tried to go after him, but I can't really see where he could have gone to, and the market's so big that, yeah, I just came to check back in. If you guys are alright here, then I might go walk about and just see what else is here. But if you want to come, you can.
Well,
Yeah,
shouldn't we go find him? If he's being
Find who?
Wait,
Huh?
Find who? Who are we looking for?
did Michael just walk back in?
Yeah, he literally
What?
walked back.
He's like, what are we
And-
talking about, guys?
So,
And-
how long have you been standing there for?
10 seconds? Why? Should I have been standing here longer?
No, it's fine. I was
it's all
actually.
good. Actually, I was just wondering why you walked off and asked Jenny if you were okay.
I
That's all.
I was trying to find something because I wanted to give you this in case it helped. And she holds out a copy of her little backpack that she made.
Oh. Oh, yeah, cheers.
It's for your
George.
person. Yeah, George.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
You know,
You
so
mentioned
he
shots.
doesn't get wet.
Somehow I don't think that's going to be a
spike on
problem
you.
for him, but... Well, that'll never happen, will it, mate? And I'll let him in.
And Jenny just kind of like
Crawls in.
has a little bit of a crestfallen moment and goes back up. Ah, okay, cool.
Bobby's just
No,
very
I'm letting him
visibly
in.
Going to pat you.
To be clear, I'm letting him into the knapsack. He lives there now. Isn't that what?
No,
isn't
it's
that,
okay. It's okay. It's
Yes.
fine. It's fine.
Isn't that what it's
doesn't have
designed
to be a
for?
thing. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
But like, you know, if it's not
Bobby
going to help
very
him, it's not going to help
enthusiastically-
him. So that's okay.
Bobby, like, it's his home, and then you can carry him around. And if he gets really stabby because you guys are feeling it a certain way, and leans back a bit of Michael like that. And he's digging into your neck.
You guys were talking about me.
Yeah, we were about to go look for you.
Yeah, I couldn't find you.
Yeah, you just sort of left, so. just wanted to
I
make
had
sure
to
that-
go to the bathroom, Jenny. Is that illegal?
But maybe it's unnecessary.
I was supposed to say, did anyone else notice that to go pee?
I've been for a week. I've definitely not been.
Well, I mean, I tried to have a shower or the illusion of a shower just to, you know, get some clean. But
Thank you for the gifts. I
Hi.
genuinely appreciate the effort that you went to.
you're welcome.
Jenny, could you please make a 2d6? Will be the equivalent of like an insight check.
Can I add anything? Can I add
What skills do you have?
psychology?
Oh,
psychology.
psychology, absolutely. Add +2.
Thanks.
You 6.
Yeah.
All right.
She's not good at psychology.
No,
She
no.
knows it.
She knows that she's not at it. I'm going to hand this over to you with a
Yes.
with a DC is 8. What would Jenny be able to glean from your psyche right now?
Okay, sure. Boy, where to start with that?
Knowing that she has essentially failed this check.
It seems important to him to maintain a sense of control, especially given the obvious cues that he's given that he seems oddly familiar with a lot of things to do with this place, and he cannot tell you why. As to do with the present situation, you probably get the impression that he feels a little adrift in the group, as far as he genuinely thought he was trying to help and then as far as he's concerned, people are complaining about him the moment he leaves the area. That would probably be what I'd say.
Lovely.
I think that almost seems too great a task for her to hold awareness to.
Hmm.
And feel like it's a problem that she can't fix. And so I think with that, she's just gonna go, okay, well, I'm glad you like it. Thanks. Yeah. And is gonna walk over to Ryu and signal for a shot if there's one to be had.
There is.
And where possible, I think she's going to leave the sash on the bar and walk out the door while the others aren't looking.
Go for it. Are you like deliberately trying to be stealthy in that you want no one to see you, or just kind of slipping out?
Yeah.
Lovely. Could you roll? Do you have anything to do with stealth? Any skills to do with stealth?
It depends if you consider me a small object.
I do not. Unfortunately. Could you please roll
Am I smaller now?
2d6? Am I smaller?
I really tried to make her tiny.
Please roll 2d6, and could the rest of you also roll 2d6? If any of you have any skills in, like, awareness, knowing your surroundings, anything like that, you will add +2 to this.
I have staying
I
alert.
can-
Does that count?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have that as
Okay.
well.
Yes. Yep.
So
Yeah.
that would make
Okay.
it an 8.
An 8. Lovely.
8, but without skills.
8. Awesome.
With skill, I got a 13.
Holy crap.
13.
All right.
Jesus.
She got a
Jenny, what'd you
7,
get?
so she's just gonna run.
Camille is like
So-
locked in.
Well, you don't necessarily run, you just... Camille is locked in, jeez. You don't necessarily run, you do just kind of walk out, and you look a little bit like you're trying to be stealthy, and the other three of you notice, that Jenny's just leaving. She doesn't particularly look like she wants to be followed or interacted with. She looks maybe like she's trying to sneak out of here without anyone noticing, but 3 of you have definitely clocked that. Would anyone like to do anything with that information?
Bobby, with an extreme lack of like awareness of personal boundaries, would like to follow Jenny.
Awesome. Super cool. So Bobby literally just gets up and starts following as if like
Just
Jenny
gonna
had
go see
invited
where
them
she's
to come
going.
with. Yeah, 100%. Because you saw Jenny, it was an invite to come with, and Bobby is convinced.
Yeah,
of it.
and look, the last time
Eye
someone
contact
left, we
gave
didn't know
consent to
where
come.
they were going,
100%.
and it makes sense to go find out.
100%. Look, it worked last time. Jenny, you can see Bobby just like come and almost like start gliding next to you, be like, "Hey, where are we going? Where are we headed?" Absolutely, this happens. Mike and
mortifying.
Camille, would you have went with, or would you have stayed here?
I'll look over at her, and if she goes, I'll come along, but... At Camille.
Yeah, I'll see everyone get up and start going, and I'll just sort of shrug, look up at Xeon, and go, "Let's go."
Can I make a
And,
suggestion that I get the feeling that she wanted at least the semblance of privacy? I don't think there's any convincing Bobby to do anything, but if we can maybe let her have that.
Yeah, if anything, if we can distract Bobby if she needs Jenny needs a moment for whatever reason,
No.
we can try and distract him. Maybe we can try and find him a new mustache, maybe.
That would
happen.
probably
This
work.
is so
Giggles
humiliating.
as the player saying that would absolutely distract Bobby, and that would probably distract me as a
100%.
person.
Hey,
So
look
for,
at this.
so for me, I think what I'm basically going to do, if like Bobby's like super
Mm.
obvious, like I'm following you, I'm going to let them have like, 20 seconds head start, like,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
maybe you can relate to this, chat, and people watching in the future. When you have a fight with your significant other and you let them like get like 20 steps ahead because you're pissed off at them, they're pissed off at you, and you're just kind of like, okay, well, we've got nothing productive to say to each other right now, but we're nowhere near home.
Mhm.
So
We're gonna
just
have
let
distance,
them
but we're
walk
going to the
ahead.
same place.
Yeah.
One way or another, we're gonna have to talk because we live in the same house.
Right. But until then,
Ah.
just cool their head, let cooler heads prevail, sort of thing. So that kind of distance, if you will.
100%.
The
Lovely.
second that Jenny has awareness that Bobby is floating in the periphery, it's just like absolutely mortifying that this has not worked and that they're so chill and that they're so happy. And
Will Jenny allow Bobby to take their hand and just loop it through their arm? So it'll be like
That's too
this
bad
sort of
insult to
situation.
injury.
Hello,
Like, they're not
this
saying
person
anything, they're
that
just
I'm
taking their arm and
following
looping it on.
that you clearly wanted a private moment.
Oh, that's
Let's
so
have your
funny.
private moment
love it.
together.
Let's go skipping through the streets. La,
I
la,
love
la, la,
Bobby
la.
so much. Bobby's my favorite. I know
Oh,
a DM
God.
shouldn't have favorites, but no, I lie.
I'm so sorry about Bobby's lack of personal boundaries, everybody, but I think it's worth it.
I think
No, absolutely.
I think actually at this moment, if Bobby tries to do that, she
Christ.
will probably slap away the arm
Ooh.
the first time and then push off. If Bobby continues to pursue and try this move, something will happen. Non-violent, but something will happen.
Are we sure
A
non-violent?
ghostly gun.
Yeah.
Get away
Yeah.
from me, motherfucker.
Me as the player is
More just
so
like a glove
tempted.
slap situation.
Bobby, you reach out to like grab Jenny's arm, as you've done with like many people in the past. You're a very friendly person, and you know that about yourself in life. As you go to grab Jenny's arm, she, just slaps it away. And what impression would this give Bobby?
I think Bobby's just actually going to be genuinely surprised and go, "Oh, sorry, I just thought you might want some quiet companionship. I got that wrong."
I'm sorry, no, we're not going for a promenade. I don't need an escort in these streets.
Think of it more like the buddy system, but I got it
Some
wrong.
quiet companionship.
Bobby, I love him. I love him so much.
Oh, he's awesome. Bobby's so cool.
Oh fuck.
It's Bobby's reasons for their unfinished business are going to make so much more sense in the future. Guys. I'm just going to say that.
Totally.
Wow.
But right now, they just seem like total social unawareness.
Very, very much
Sanity.
so. Yeah.
Jenny, what would you like to do with this response?
I think she is going to, apparently we don't have feet, so floats off and kind of head toward, I think you said when we landed that there were ships here as well as...
Yeah, there's a full bay.
Yeah. So I think she's heading down to the docks.
Yep.
And is kind of just mindlessly drifting about the pier, and is trying to just kind of, with discernment, but not too much care, because you know, she's in a mood, and apparently there's an audience, so she may as well like give them a show. But she's just kind of
Would you
there
even
in the
let's be honest? Would you actually notice Camille and I with everything Bobby is doing? I think we're being pretty subtle in comparison.
I
We're
think
just
Bobby is
talking
the foil for
quietly.
everything.
I think that like regardless of the
Right,
number
how
of
many?
people, an audience is an
Audience in the
audience,
general
and
sense, I
like
guess.
she's aware that she's being watched even
audience.
at a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm just enjoy word making. I wasn't
You
correct.
used the wrong word, Sam. We will
No.
judge you for it.
Apparently,
Yes, use my
I didn't-
made up word instead. No, I was just
I didn't
amusing
know.
myself. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, chat's gonna come for me, so I get it.
Audience, it's not a word. It's fine. Continue.
I'm so sure audience a word. Please continue.
Anyway,
Audience, no.
She's so with that in mind, she's just kind of teetering at the water's edge, and kind of just trying to get a better look at what this ink stuff is like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we continue, we'll get to that in a second. Audient means one permitted to attend services in the narthex, but dismissed after the sermon. You, Jenny, are looking into the ink, and you kind of see it because there are so many well, maybe not so many, but there are boats here. There are things.
There are
interacting
hundreds of
with it.
boats.
Hundreds of boats. 500 boats. A William boats. Anyway, you see this.
We broke it.
Jack just puts his head into his hands.
Just
I'm
go.
so sorry.
Just
I
go.
think that means that Abby and Sam have won.
Yeah.
I would just like to point that out. I think
Absolutely.
that's what this means.
Christ.
Oh,
Wow,
William.
so proud.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Sam.
No, you're good.
So, you look into the ink, and it's kind of roiling slightly. It's not like there's anything below the water. It's just that there are so many things interacting with it here, and it seems quite shallow, so that there is a lot of movement in the water. It's kind of churning as the boats go up and down. And that almost you would think that a churning, roiling ink sea would disturb you, but you realize almost kind of with a pang of irony that you did so much research into how the sea works for your previous or your last
Wasted knowledge.
job. Not quite. You know it now, and with a pang of irony, it reflects on you that what were you going to do with that knowledge? Like, how could you have used that in your daily life? And you reflect on the hundreds and hundreds of hours that you spent researching exactly how boats work, how the sea works, the weather patterns of that particular stretch of ocean, and would Jenny regret it?
Yeah. I think she would. I think she would be in a headspace of, well, I guess like looking at these ships and kind of coming in with a headspace of, oh my gosh, like I learnt all of this for one event, for one client, for one person, for one moment in time, and only a fifth of it could have ever been needed. And then she starts looking at some of the boats. Like, there's a bit of variety here. I know we said that there weren't that many, but there's like at least a few different sizes. Like, I can see a couple of
100%,
super
yeah.
yachts. I can see like an actual pirate ship, or
Yeah.
and one that looks kind of like a very old-fashioned, like a very grand sort of detailing and design and noticing all of the flags and kind of also just going like, you know, oh, this thing doesn't, oh, I mean, like, this doesn't really belong here. You know, I wouldn't have you wouldn't have this kind of ship parked in, like, just pulled up right onto the pier like this. You would have this one, like, out all the way over there. You know, I don't understand why this is here. Like, we're not going away for days and months and all this sort of thing. And she would just sort of like start nitpicking at the different ones that were in front of her and then just catching it and being like, oh my God, you don't even need this. Like, stop. Like, look at the water, it's flat. We're not going anywhere. They can't go anywhere. What would they need all of these things for? And it's probably just because someone who came here once actually enjoyed that kind of life or had that sort of story and brought it with them somehow. I don't know, or morphed it into that. But yeah, I think like she's trying to shut it down and minimize it and let it go and make it unimportant because it is unimportant and it's not going to be relevant for the rest of her afterlife. And there is a lot of shame and sort of kind of being like, oh my God, so stupid, so stupid. Like, why did you make that thing? Like, yeah, this is so dumb. We're never going to leave this place. It's like, yeah, we're just stuck here. And she's really kind of spiraling and with a lot of that. Yeah.
As you start spiraling, it is genuinely, like, the word spiraling is interesting mentally because you do feel like you're going in a downward spiral, and you feel that you feel yourself turning inwards upon yourself. And really, it started with self-reflection. It started with such a noble goal of trying to better yourself, to bring this new self into a place where it belongs, where your past self belonged in a past life. And you feel yourself moving inwards and inwards and inwards, and you feel this blackness, this darkness that is inside of you, and you can almost feel it. It's almost a hallucination that you see inside of yourself as you curl inwards. It feels like you are in the ink again. You're spiraling and spiraling, and you feel not just that you are in the ink, but the ink is in you, and however much you swim, however far you float, it will never leave you. And that thought terrifies you, and you start shaking. You start uncontrollably shaking. You feel just a hand on your shoulder. You look around, torn out of this, and you're not out of it, but the physical sensation kind of brings you back a little bit. You see Paul, the dwarven man from before, the one who you had talked to just a while ago. You see him kind of just looking up at you. You're much taller than he is, but you see he's just kind of looks up at you, and he's got concern in his eyes. He says, "Are you all right?"
What the fuck? You can't just like grab people like that.
I'm sorry. You just looked like you were having a moment. I didn't know if you were okay.
Yeah, I was having a moment. You like interrupted the moment. What are you doing?
That's fair. Look, I'm sorry. I interrupted the moment, I'm aware, but you looked like you weren't having such a good time.
I don't know what to tell you. We're in ink. Like, what good time is to be had here?
Well, that's a good point. But if I may be so bold, you're having a panic attack. You're hyperventilating on the docks.
Excuse me. Listen. I have been in therapy for a very long time, right up until the point I died, actually. So if anyone knew that they were having a panic attack, I would know that I would be having a panic attack, okay? For example, there would be like an increased heart rate and like shortness of breath, but also we're in ink and I don't have those things anymore. So I don't see how a panic attack could ever be happening. Okay.
Just all right. It's okay. It's okay. Breathe. Breathe. You're okay. You're okay. You see, he deliberately doesn't touch you. He's just kind of holding his hands out very, very slowly. You're all right. It's okay. You can breathe. You have a heart. You have lungs. Those things are increasing and decreasing, inflating and deflating. There's air coming in, there's air going out. There's blood rushing in and there's blood rushing out. You are okay.
I have a heart here?
I don't know. I said it to calm you down, not to be biologically accurate.
That was good. That was good.
Would you like to go get an elixir?
I mean, I've already had 3 today. I don't know what another one's gonna do. What have you got, though?
Well, look, and I said go get, but I actually, and he kind of pulls out this like bottle that he had. He says, I always keep a couple spare on me. I find that, look, when you've been here long enough, you can get trinkets fairly easily. They come and go. Please take it.
Okay. Like to have now, or
If you'd like, or to have later. You really don't have to have it. It's just
I mean,
I find it make me feel better.
I mean, she chucks it. Yeah, she'll drink it.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like nothing. It tastes like a cold glass of water, like an ice water, and you feel that like ice feeling running down your throat. But it feels nice. You realize that if it runs down your throat, you must have a throat, and if it settles in your stomach, you must have a stomach, and therefore you have a body, and therefore you have lungs, and therefore you can breathe. You just take a long, long breath in, a long breath out.
That is. I mean, I hate to tell you this, Paul, but I think you got scammed. It's just water.
Just water! Shit, well that's embarrassing. I'm sorry to have just given you water. You do look a little bit better though, if that counts for anything.
Excuse me?
Not that you looked bad before, just that you can regulate.
I looked
your
white as a ghost?
breathing
Is
now.
that what you're saying?
Now, don't get punny with me. I know some cracking ones. I'll have you maybe.
I imagine
slapping
I'm
in-
watching this with Camille up on a hill somewhere, going, "Are all ink people like this? Are all ink people like this?"
And Bobby now too, because Bobby's like
Yeah.
hung back to go with you guys.
Slunk backwards.
Pass the
Slunk.
popcorn.
Girl just watching this go down.
I think this is just normal for Paul.
Is Jenny aware at all that there is now a full audience? Not.
I will let you roll for that in a little bit. I would say
Okay.
that there is really no way that Jenny could know at this point.
We would have put ourselves fairly back at this point, I would assume.
I mean, I'm assuming that plus the fact that you really wouldn't be very aware of your surroundings right now
Yeah,
would
yeah,
probably
that's
equate
fair.
to no.
Okay,
But
fine.
later on, potentially, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Paul has given you this elixir, and now he's just kind of like, he's doing the equivalent of like the, I don't know really what to do now. I work at the docks, and I saw you, again, not to say that you looked bad, just you looked to be struggling, and he kind of like, actually, and he kind of fishes in his pocket, and you can see that he brings out 2 things. He brings out The first thing is the spring that you gave him. And he
Oh.
says, I wanted to thank you for this. It really has been... The Ink is a very interesting place because you'll have people that really resent being here and then resent the people here because they resent being here. And then you'll have people who accept that they're here and maybe even appreciate that they're here, and those people will be very, very kind. And there are more of the former than there are the latter. And I think that I had forgotten that until you gave me this. So thank you. And I have something to give you in return. And you can see he pulls out a wooden feather. It's a wooden carved feather. It's fairly well carved. It looks like someone quite proficient in wood carving has done this, and you can see it says the word Lento on it. Can you please roll me? Do you have anything to do with intelligence, history, like knowing languages?
Nope.
No, all
Nope.
good. Just roll me
Nope.
2d6.
Oh my god. Sorry, just dropped one. Okay. Oh, thank god. It's a 10.
10.
Very nice.
This, you are reminded of one of the gigs that you did probably a while back. Husband and wife getting married, small ceremony, but beautiful. And they liked, they were both academics. They both knew very many languages. They both were incredibly intelligent people. And the husband-to-be gave the wife-to-be a present before they had gotten married, just a couple of minutes before. And it was just a little card with the word Lento on it. And you remember asking him what it meant afterwards. And he told you that it meant slow, and that his wife got anxious quite often, and that word really just reminded her to breathe and to calm. You're not sure if Paul knows the significance of that, but you know that it was probably intended, at least for the person who carved it, to be so. Do you take the feather?
I mean, yeah. Where did you get this?
Oh, I traded for it. Just a trinket shop. Please roll an insight check for me. Or at least 2d6 plus your psychology. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
She's really not good at psychology, guys.
She's an enthusiast. It's fine.
She read a lot of books. She has no application.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a 7.
7, okay. You don't know why, but you know that he's not being entirely honest with you.
Can I... Okay. You mean you got it from the shop where we met you?
No, just another one.
Just another one?
Yeah, there are a bunch of trinket shops around. Just another one.
Okay. Which one?
Can
Can you point to it? I mean, we're right here.
Yeah, just that one. And he points to, like, the city. Like, it's not really directional. He just points kind of to maybe the left a little bit. There could very well be one there, you know that, but he's making it all the more obvious that he didn't just buy this.
I actually know who, I know the owner of this.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, she must have passed through.
You know the owner of this feather? What are the chances of that? Were you close? I'm sorry.
Incredibly close. She was like a sister.
He's not even going to be able to try and see through that. Well, I actually look. If I may be honest, I didn't get it from just a shop. I
Really?
I'm sorry for lying to you. However, I can take you to the person who owned it if you would like to say hello to her again.
She's here?
I got this from the ink. She's at least this is the person that I got it from. I'm not sure if it's its original owner.
Was she old?
7? No, not at all. 28. Late 20s. You know that the bride had been 22, 23?
Okay. Can I just kind of do a now that I've been standing here talking to Paul for
Mm.
a hot minute,
Mm.
and I actually am interested in what he's got to say this time. I I just kind of want to take him in, and I want to just make sure that I'm scanning for anything that feels nefarious or kind of, I guess, like, he's already not been entirely honest with me, but is there anything in his demeanor or anything on his person? I'm thinking like tattoos or scarring or
Yeah,
anything like that as
yeah,
well. That gives me a bit more of an indicator of either what he does here down on the docks or what he's capable of doing if I were to go off with him.
Sure,
If
absolutely.
yeah, not that he looks like the kind of person that's just gonna like try to rob me for all of my trinkets, but like he might.
Essentially, absolutely. Roll me a 2d6 and then plus your your psychology.
Okay, that is an 8.
Okay. That's okay. It's the general DC. You see that from his physical form, you don't glean much, and you definitely could if you hadn't remembered that people can change their physical form here, and you see that he has. He told you that when he first met you, so anything that he wanted to hide, he could. That doesn't really give you much indicator. But just from his facial features, from his eyes, and from his mannerisms, you see that he feels bad for you. And he feels that you don't deserve to be here. Not that Ink is necessarily a place for bad people, but it's a place for people who have burdens, who have unfinished business, and he knows what that feels like. And you can see that he has not nefarious purposes, but he wants to help you and he doesn't know how. And you see a kind of light in his eyes that shows that kind of hope of like, oh, I can connect someone with someone else, and that might help. It might do something. You can see that from the first moment that you met him, he's basically given up on his burden, for better or for worse. And you see hope in his eyes that he might be able to help someone else with theirs.
Then with that awareness and trying to push past the fact that someone so clearly is taking pity on her, yeah, Jenny goes, yeah, okay, let's go. And along the way, I think she'll ask more questions about like, okay, so tell me, how do you spend your time here? What are you actually doing down by the boats? Like, I just learnt that it's bad to touch the water, so what could you possibly have to do every day? And how do you spend your days here? And wanting to understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going off with him, and you're just kind of asking him these questions, trying to get to know a little bit more about him and his daily life. As you're walking away, what would the other three of you like to do? You've been just kind of watching from afar. You notice that Jenny and this man Paul are moving. Would you like to follow, or would you like to stay put?
I think Bobby's first instinct is to follow, and whether the companions they're hold them back or not is a different story.
Bobby tries to follow. Yep. From afar,
Yeah.
or are you trying to get closer again?
I don't think we've got
I
anything
think-
better to do, so.
I think from afar still. And
Yeah,
they're just gonna
yeah,
wait
fair
for
Definitely from afar.
The initial sting of Jenny's first rejection kind of stays with you, and you learn your lesson a little bit. You back away.
They've
but
had
you
a
all
very
do
clear
still
boundary
follow.
set. It's fine.
Fair, and maybe you're proud of them for that. And you all follow Jenny and Paul as you see they go to this small. It's almost like a little cottage. Not necessarily a shop, or at least it doesn't look like a shop from the outside. And you see as Paul knocks on the door, and Jenny, you hear footsteps from inside after a couple of seconds. You see the door opens, and the bride, your client from 5, 6, 7 years ago, steps out. Yes? Can I help you? Oh, Paul, we just saw each other, no? Paul says, yes, I think there's someone here that you would like to see. She just kind of looks at you. Let me see if she recognizes you. She rolled 2 6s. Her eyes kind of widen. She says, Jenny? You know this woman's name is
Hey.
Marianne.
Man, it's so good to see you.
You too? I mean, I wish it had been under better circumstances. What are you doing here? I mean, I guess
Oh,
it's a silly
well-
question, but
Well, yeah, I'm dead. So, feel very sad. I actually got crushed by a pylon, and
oh,
yeah,
I'm
the
so
rest is
sorry.
history.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds awful. Yeah. I mean,
I just
I'm
wanted to give
kind
you
of at a
this.
loss for words. And you hold out the feather. She kind of looks at Paul and looks back at you. She just kind of looks at Paul again. Paul, you can see looks between you and her and just kind of gives her a small nod. She smiles at you, just a small smile, but you can feel gratefulness just kind of melting off her. Thank you. You know this means a lot to me. What? Why are you giving it back to me?
Because it means a lot to you. And I remember the day you got it.
So do I. I'm surprised you too. We don't have a lot of memories down here. You see she looks at it and she's just kind of holding it and her eyes start welling up. She says, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting this back. Would you like to...
Is your husband
come in?
here?
No, no, he's not.
Sorry. Are you waiting for him?
I don't know. Please come in. I'll tell you the story, please. I have what equates for tea. It's not elixir, but it's the best that I've got. She invites you both in. And
I mean,
Paul-
that's
see
totally
Paul
okay.
kind of-
I've been drunk on elixir for like most of the morning, so I should sober up.
She kind of giggles a little bit, sniffs. You see Paul stays outside. He says, I'll come back and speak to you later, Jenny, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate the time.
Of course, anytime. He steps away and Marianne closes the door. This is the last that the three of you, Mike, Bobby, and Camille see of, well, not the last that you see, but you see Jenny go into this house, and you see Paul walk away. Jenny seemed quite happy to go in. Would the three of you like to move closer?
I'll just keep my distance.
Yeah, there's no real reason to get closer. If we'll get close enough that hopefully we can hear what's going on, but other than that, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, you can move close enough to hear. It's not like a you know, there are open window, like no glass windows here. It's not difficult to eavesdrop, as it were.
I love what you've done with the place.
Thanks. I actually took a little inspiration from you. And she points up, and there's a. It's not a bouquet. They almost look dead, but they are wilted white lilies. You remember this was essentially her bouquet.
Oh, that's so cute. And it's a little lamp. Wow.
That it is. We don't have much down here, as you know, but I do what I can. And really, I was inspired by what you did at our wedding. I actually got into a little bit of internal designs, and yeah, it really helped me ground myself. I really did find it worth my while. I thank you for that.
Well, I mean, you always had excellent taste. It was just about bringing it to life.
There's your marketing again. You were very good when you used that on us the first time.
It wasn't marketing.
Oh, thank you. If I may, you look a little different. I like what you've done with it, but you look. I mean, I haven't seen you in 6 years, but you look calm.
I mean, as calm as I can be here, but yeah, no, it is a little bit different. You know, I guess there's no reason for cocktail dresses and formal wear down here, and also, I don't know, Carnival just seems like a lot of show for not much in the end.
Everything physical kind of seems meaningless after a point. Like, I felt silly hanging those up there, but they help. They really do.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You see there's she has like a small fireplace with no fire, and she has this very thin mantle, and she props up the feather in the middle of the mantle. You can see it's just got little trinkets on it. You ascertain from the amount of stuff in her house, and it's not much, but it's significant. She must have been here a fair while, or at least had very good things to trade when she came, to be able to have all this and to just keep it on display. There was a spot in the middle of the mantelpiece, and she puts the feather back where it belongs. It really brings the room together. I appreciate it.
It's perfect. So are you waiting?
Something, I guess. Well, we had a kid, a son, and I don't. Well, I don't know why I'm telling you that. It doesn't seem highly relevant, but I don't think I'm waiting. I don't know what to do. I just kind of feel lost. I'm happy here. I've made a little space, but I miss my family. Did you have family? I don't think I even asked.
I mean, I do, but they were very, very far away. I don't even know how they would have found out what happened or how it happened. You know, like, I was just so in my own world and in tunnel vision that nothing else existed. And now nothing else exists. But I hear you. I often think about like, you know, I thought the cool thing about ghosts was that like you could haunt people at least and like let them know that like you were there, right?
Mm. Look, it would seem like it. I think it must be a different type because that's certainly not us.
No.
Almost flesh and blood creatures.
I know, I just found out I have a heart. It's wild.
We do.
Apparently, because like I drank this elixir and I could feel it like go through a whole digestive system, and so
Oh.
I know, and you know, Paul like fully healed a panic attack. So
Oh. Right. That's impressive, really. Good on you, Paul.
who knew? Who knew he was a doctor? But like, yeah,
I don't.
apparently we have heart.
Not. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just small talking. It really is good to see you.
I mean, it's just like nice to see a familiar face or
Of course.
being, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I really don't know what else to say. And she kind of just like she gets up and she starts pouring tea. And as you are listening to her, she's not even babbling. She's just talking, not small talk, but also she's trying to keep it light. And she doesn't really have that much in common with you, but you're just a person that she knows, and she is a person that you know. And you reflect just a little bit, not into a full flashback, but you just reflect a little on your relationship with her when you first met her, and she was madly in love with this boy. He was not a man. And you remember laughing to yourself at how immature, how silly they were, how important the little things were to her especially, but also to him.
Mm.
And you reflect on the clothes that you used to wear and the clothes that you came here with, and the things that are important to you now versus the things that were important to you then. And you realize that Marianne's right, the little things do matter, and they do and they don't at the same time. But the ones that make you feel like yourself matter. You just kind of reflect on that. As she's pouring tea, she sets a small clay cup down in front of you. I'm sorry, it's not much. It's just some leaves that I found that I don't think are poisonous. I've tried them before. I swear they're all right, probably.
No, they're gorgeous, and anything to help you feel a little bit more human from time to time.
What I say?
You know, I was, how did you've clearly been here for a long time, right? How do you feel your days?
They kind of blur. I know some people go out and they adventure. Paul likes to stay at the dock. It sounds so stupid. I just kind of sit, and I think and I meditate a little, and I'm trying so hard to find my burden and to move on with my life, with my death. I don't know, but I think. And I've been here years and I've not found anything out, and I feel like I'm going stir crazy. But we don't eat, we don't sleep. There's nothing to break that time.
Yeah. And that would be really hard. You know, I'm completely blanking, but your husband,
Harry.
Harry.
Hmm.
That seems fitting. How long were you two together before the end?
Oh God, since our wedding? I got the diagnosis where we're about a year and a half in. There's a couple more months, so maybe a year, 8 months, a year, 9 months married, but together
You
a
have a
couple.
kid?
Yes. God, he must be 4 by now, almost 5.
Okay.
James.
You know, it's weird. There are, I suppose there are lots of things that could help move, well, maybe not help you find your burden, but help you feel connected to them. It also sounds like you found some real peace here, being able to meditate and slow yourself down. And that sounds really lovely.
It is. It's sorry, please.
I mean, you know, I was so involved with my work most of the time that, like, I barely even had time for, like, my own girlfriends. And there are so many beautiful things that you've collected here. And I'm not trying to, like, take anything, I swear. You know, you don't know me very well, and it's just a familiar face, which means, like, you know, when I'm not working for you, we may not actually get along. But
Sure.
there's a couple of ideas that are germinating. I mean, have you ever thought about, like, running your own stall, or even, like, I guess, like, your own kind of, yeah, your own kind of, like, school or something like that for some of the younger kids that are in the ink?
A store, yeah, I've thought of a store. Buying and selling things, it just seems more boring than meditating and sitting in one space. I've never had a head for numbers. But teaching it's an interesting concept in ink, because what is there to learn and why do we need to know it?
Well, I mean, what isn't there to learn, and why wouldn't you need to know it? And I mean, it's not even about, like, learning, it's more about, like, where is the place that all of those little ones could go where they aren't just, like, alone and uncared for, you know? I just think that, like, if you never got the chance to take care of your own baby, it might be nice to give that care some other way. I can help. I can totally help. I actually already know a group of, like, 5 or 6 little orphan types that are literally, like, holed up in a cafe right now. Not that they need, like, you to come in and save them or anything, but, you know, they're pretty nice, and yeah, otherwise they just run around and steal things. And
I think I've seen the exact group that you're talking about, actually.
She's suggesting child labour.
no, I'm
You're not
suggesting
there.
child
You say
care.
that.
You're not there.
You're not there.
Foster system. Would just be eavesdropping from the window, and you just hear it's like, "Is she suggest?"
You're like, huh?
You just hear Jenny like slam the window shut or something like that. To block us out.
Oh crap! There are no windows.
Slam a board over it. You see Marianne's face. It goes through a lot of emotional changes at once. The first prevailing emotion is sadness, and this interests you because it's a good idea. You know it's a good idea, and you know from the amount of time that you spent with her, which admittedly wasn't much, but she has such a caring nature, and she has that, not necessarily maternal instinct, but that caring instinct of someone who really does want to help. And you know that she'd be great with kids. And you see that sadness is probably not to do with what she could do, but what she didn't get to do. And it's very clear to you that that is true. And she's just kind of listening to you talk of like I can help, we could do this, we could do that. And you see a look in her eyes that seems unfamiliar to her. That seems like a direction, purpose, something to help the lost. And you realize that you have probably just saved this woman's life is a little interesting in this situation, but if it were any other, then it would be true.
Given her purpose.
It could even be like,
exactly.
you know, take the, what was the word again? But take the feather, right? It could even be something like meditation. Like we could do, like you could offer that to people and like help them find a way to slow down. And I mean, we don't have to be monks about it or anything like that. Like I'm not saying that, but you don't have, no, but like if you had spent all of that time and that it was I remember that being such a beautiful and important part of your relationship. Important enough for it to make its way here of all places. Like
traveled quite a distance, yeah.
Yeah. Surely that means it's got to have something to do, not just with your burden, but maybe, yeah, your purpose. And you know me, like
she kind of reaches out. She kind of like stops you as you talk, and she reaches out and takes your hand and says, Jenny, we really didn't know each other very well, and I wish I had. You're a kind person, and you've got such a soul on you. It's beautiful. And you can see through her hand a warmth starts to spread to you. And as she keeps talking, you feel that warmth go. It's almost like you can recognize the veins in your body. You look down and you can see a very, very faint, if you didn't know you were looking for it, you wouldn't see it, a very faint yellow glow, golden glow up your arm. It just kind of reaches down into your chest. Just left of it, right into your heart. You can almost see the outline of your heart, not the, the children's heart that we draw, but the actual physical heart that you have. And as she's talking about how excited she is, how she hasn't felt excitement in a while, how lucky she is to have seen you again. And you recognize that your burden wasn't to finish your wedding gig. It wasn't to see it finished. Someone else will be able to do that, and you have a twang of annoyance at that someone else will be able to do your job, and the couple will be just as happy as if you had done it. There will always be someone else to be able to do your work for you. But then that sense of irritation is immediately replaced with a sense of satisfaction. There will always be someone else to be able to do what you do, and therefore you can do something else. Just like you've inspired Marianne to do here. Do something else. To help people or to help herself, both is ideal. But she's able to help herself through helping people, and you realize that you never were in the wedding business really to make money. The money didn't matter to you, or at least it didn't in relation to the fact that you were busy, and the fact that you were busy didn't matter to you in relation to the fact that you were making couples and people who were getting married the happiest that they had ever been. You realize that your burden was that you never got to make those final people happy, and you just made this woman the happiest that she has ever been in her new life. And Jenny, your burden is completed.
In that kind of way of like feeling the glow and the warmth spread to some semblance of a heart, Baxter pops up from the backpack and kind of just has like paws up and around and is like bright and alert, just making little like twitchy sounds in her ear.
Yeah.
Reminding her of, just affirming her of her purpose and of the beauty that she can and has always been able to create. Yeah. And she stays and talks with Marianne and talks about the idea of creating like mindful retreats and mindful hours at the cafe, and agrees to help coordinate, and is starting to kind of try to draw up a bit of a plan for what she's going to have to leave here to go and do, and start making her lists. And eventually, after I think an hour and a bit, would have exhausted Marianne with too many thoughts, and yeah, thanks her for her time, and will leave the house.
After a long goodbye with Marianne, knowing that you may well come back.
Oh, I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll bring coffee, and it's going to be fine. But yes, we will make this happen. I swear. I will have a chat with Rion, and I started working there, so it'll work out really well. Yeah, synergy. Yes, exactly.
And with this excitement talk of synergy and that you'll talk to Ryu tomorrow, Marianne closes the door and you walk around to see a scrabbling to get away Bobby, Mike, and Camille, as they have been listening to every word that you have been saying.
Are you serious?
Popcorn.
I swear I wasn't that long, you guys.
Well, we didn't know.
We're dead and bored.
That too.
What he said.
What Mike said.
Okay. Fair. I'm sorry I disappeared.
That's okay. We found you and waited.
I mean, you could have been a bit more subtle about it if you wanted to get away alone.
I mean,
yeah, we tried to give you privacy. Did you notice that?
I didn't. I was trying to
Yeah, we know.
the system.
We all know.
But you're really good at setting boundaries when you don't want a thing, and I completely respect that.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I didn't notice the attempts for privacy aside from Bobby's invasion. But
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, there you go.
Bobby.
That's how you know it was good, because you didn't notice us.
Yeah,
Very clever.
Thanks.
Hey, you're still using the backpack.
Yeah, said I would.
Do you guys want them? They're actually really handy. Like, I don't know if we can make one to fit your
I don't think you're going to be able to have enough for Xeon.
Percy's real big.
Maybe a hammock.
I don't know. But
Just
Do
give
you
him a hammock
reckon-
and I'll drag him.
Actually, we can make a sleeping bag for him and have a hood.
Oh,
I
that
mean,
would be
I was
amazing.
gonna ask for a hat, but a sleeping bag sounds real cool.
I mean, just for the big one. I can make you your shadow a
Percy
hat?
would love a hat.
Yeah. Okay. Percy can get a hat because you've already got a hat apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. it's got.
Alright.
We should find a feather to put in Percy's as well.
Ooh, maybe we can go and sort of barter one from Paul. He seems to get really good deals.
I do feel like he's the guy to go to when you want to get stuff.
Mm. Oh, and then I think what we actually also need to do is try to find some flowers to brighten up the cafe little space. If we're going to live there for a little bit, I kind of feel like we need to make it our own. It's all been very gloomy.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're not going to have any colours, but the shapes are nice.
The shapes are nice, and that does matter. Aesthetics matter.
Yeah. I can get on board with that. If we find
Is the
flowers, we
golden
can-
glow that you mentioned, Abby, noticeable on Jenny and Camille? Because they both ticked their boxes, haven't they?
They have both, yes. It would. Roll me 2d6 if you have anything for perception, alertness, anything like that.
You've asked me that every
Yeah,
session.
I know.
The answer's
Just to
still
check.
no.
Look,
Why are
man,
the
I'm
alert
doing the
ones?
other
Bobby
stuff.
does though.
It's,
You can
that,
see
by
Bobby
the way,
notices
that's
the
like
golden glow.
80% of what you've asked for. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be creative. I'll put these skills in. Never been brought up. Not once. Not even close to the things I brought up on my character sheet. Hey, can you look for me
I
again? Fucking yes,
swear.
all right.
They will come into use. Also,
No, they won't.
I
They've
don't
got
remember
map
what
making.
happened.
No, it's not going to happen
map
at this point.
making. Okay, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have done that. Sorry.
What did you roll, Jack?
9.
There you go. You didn't need the skill. That's fine.
Bobby rolled
Irrelevant.
12, just FYI.
I'll be rolled at 12.
Yeah,
Interesting.
with the
So,
+2 for staying alert, so max 12, it's still 12.
really just to rub it in for Jack.
Rub it
yeah.
in, bit. Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
But
yeah.
just
Good.
get
Thank you.
distracted by the shiny now.
Yeah, thank you.
You both notice, there is a very, very faint, again, if you're not necessarily looking for it, but if you weren't very close to them, you wouldn't see it. A very faint golden yellow glow on Jenny's heart and on, like, kind of the insides of Camille's arms.
And it
Not
would have
necessarily
color,
sure.
correct?
Correct, yes, it has just a
Yeah.
very faint gold. You're not necessarily
Not
sure of
unlike
the meaning of
the
that.
logo on this stream, which is a complete coincidence, but I'm glad I went with that. That's cool.
Hey, well done. Honestly,
Yeah.
well done. It is
Worked out.
it is excellent.
Yeah. There you go. That's cool.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily be sure of the meaning of that, but you sure as hell
It'd be
you don't
significant
have it,
in some
and
way.
you've not
Yeah.
noticed it anywhere else. The golden glow, as we talked about last week, is significant only because it harbors safe places, warm places, comforting places. You could probably assume what has happened. The two of you.
Well,
Kind of feels like looks and points towards the inside of Camille's arms. It sort of looks like you two found what you were looking for.
Yeah. Well, I know I did, and I guess Jenny found the same thing.
Weren't you like tempted to go though and move on?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was very tempting, but it would also have been incredibly selfish. You know, we started hanging out, and I could have just gone and left you guys here. If we're gonna go, I want us to all go together.
Yeah, and I mean, I did just commit to some pretty medium-term plans with Marianne inside, but you know, depending on what we all want to do, I am absolutely up to negotiate with that. Like nothing is locked in. I'm not here for a certain time, but um, that thought never really crossed my mind, actually,
I think Bobby's
of
actually going to
leaving.
start just tearing up a little bit and just give Camille a hug and like, that's like one of the nicest things I've ever heard.
It's at this point, Camille goes, Bobby, personal space, personal space.
Sorry. I'm just I'm feeling some very big emotions right now.
It's okay. It's okay.
And as you have this moment of connection between four people that really had no business being together, you may not have even liked each other in life, and yet you found some connection in death that really has brought you as a group together. You recognize that, and those of you who have completed your burdens, it feels not quite as nice as completing your burden, but it does feel warm and comforting. And for those of you who have not completed your burdens yet, it feels like you have a group. Because these people who are just as ordinary as you, who did not do anything particularly special in life, did not do anything particularly special to get here, and have not done anything particularly special in death, they have completed their burdens, and therefore you may as well. And with that, we're going to end today's session.
Amazing. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We're going to love you and leave you with a raid into Corsair's Cove, who is a buddy of the channel. He is playing a game that is his channel's namesake, Corsair Cove, which looks to be a base building game of some kind in Pirate Land. So enjoy all of the aesthetics there. Say hello to Josh. He's a lovely human being and pretty much my entry point into the streaming world a few years ago now. So whenever we can return the favor his way, that's what we do. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And as always, know that people can like you exactly as you are and that you matter. We will see you this coming Sunday, probably for more Simpsons Hit and Run and the long-awaited Repo the Genetic Opera watch-along, which we're going to cheekily watch together in honor of Anthony Stewart Head, who, if no one knows what that is, by the way, it's a super sick musical where he basically plays a crazy murderer, and it's a heavy metal soundtrack. It's pretty freaking great. So I'm looking forward. Yeah, it's called Repo because the whole concept is that it's like a cyberpunk dystopia where people like buy new organs, and then the Repo Man comes if you can't pay back your debts, and he takes the organs back. It's sick.
That's incredible. I love that.
Sounds amazing.
Yes, well, I hope we can see you there on Sunday. Yeah, all the things that we said. We're rating in 9 seconds, so let's just count it down. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
3, 2, 1. Say Josh. Bye.